out downstairs, okay? So just make sure that on your pedals, you're going slowly on your brake pedals, okay?
Welcome along everybody to TeamSport Mitcham. I was invited along very kindly, along with everyone else in this session, to try out the revamped, refurbished TeamSport Mitcham. And I've got to be honest, very impressive in terms of the vibes that you got, the setup. Obviously the downstairs completely changed to allow for electric karts, the charging of electric karts. Obviously they've been able to integrate combat karts as well. So I was excited to try it. Obviously electric is going to be the way forward. I myself, with a lot of other people, prefer petrol. I think there's a bit more about the noise and stuff like that, the vibrations. However, Sodi electric karts, I could definitely get on board with that compared to the Biz ones. Just really like the feel. I like a few other things as well, which I'll go through shortly. But we've got an early red flag here. And everyone in this, as I say, everyone in this session was invited to try the session out for the sake of filming. As you see, red lights and away that driver goes. Very confusing, but there we go. Green light, we get to finally get the foot down. At least that's what I thought. You know, get used to this track, get used to the karts, and obviously I have around 15 years of karting experience. There's just no way that I have the ability to spin or be out of control. But anyway, ignoring that, going down into this hairpin. An embarrassing mistake, it has to be said, and the red light going on within half a second of me spinning makes it that little bit more embarrassing. Luckily kept it out of the wall, but these brakes were so snappy. I think especially the fact that you're on a very grippy surface there just sent me completely around. No weight on me at all, so spun me right round there. And as you see, black flag for me for spinning around once. I kept it out of the wall as well, but there we go. It's a black flag, and this marshal here is going to tell us how to be better.
Alright, so you spun out downstairs, okay? So just make sure that on your pedals, you're going slowly on your brake pedals, okay?
Yeah, they're a lot sharper than I thought they'd be.
They're not sharp enough?
No, they were quite sharp, so that's like spun.
Okay, yeah, maybe because the tyres are a bit cold, you know what I mean? Yeah?
No
Alright then, no worries.
So after that deserved lecture, I looked to move on and, well, try and do better, try not to embarrass myself in front of everybody or cause any more red flags. And yeah, obviously look to practice some overtaking. Obviously it's clear some people were not as used to the torque from electric karts, so here we go, some good overtakes here. I'm very glad with Mitcham that they decided to keep the track the same pretty much. In fact, you gained an overtaking opportunity through that hairpin. Before it was quite fast, flat out right, as you see some more dodgy overtakes going on, bouncing off the wall. But obviously Reading in itself was quite a big circuit, so the decision to split it up into two separate activities, if you like, made a little bit more sense than what it would be to split this circuit into. I mean, it would just make it too small. But Mitcham is a bit more wide. I feel like you can actually overtake that little bit. We're just trying to get in some overtaking practice, try and get more used to it, try not to be rubbish on that hairpin. And yeah, I actually really enjoyed myself. We did try the combat karts again at the end, so you'll be able to see a very hectic combat karts. And well, what I really like as well about the Sodi electric cars is that you could be very selective as to when you use your boost button. So instead of the Biz karts where you use it all in one go, with these ones you can just selectively use it over the course of the lap, which I think makes it way more strategical than just pressing it once. Because everyone's just going to press it at the same time otherwise, and there you go, it's kind of impossible. But we finished this first session, fastest with a 39.4, I think it was. So with a few spins and a hurt ego, we moved on to session number 2. And as you can see here, definitely getting a bit more used to it. I mean, this is just the second, a couple minutes into the second session here, and we're absolutely hitting all the apex. So there's no signs of spinning around, trying to be millimetre perfect everywhere. And no, it felt really nice when you really nailed the lap. and this downstairs hairpin was actually very challenging to get right. Quite definitely the part of the circuit where it's quite difficult to be consistent with. But we really nailed this lap, and obviously we do some cheeky business across the start line to get a faster time as well. And that time we managed to get a 38.6, which I think is pretty good, and I'm really pleased with that. And first place in that practice meant I started first for the combat karts. But as you may know, if you've seen the combat karts before, being first means absolutely, utterly nothing. This game mode is designed to hurt whoever's at the front. And I know they say karting is a non-contact sport, but well, not really. I don't know how you can avoid this in combat karts. You're going to see some very interesting battling. And green, away we go then, and keeping it tight, little head bobble there. And we get off to a great start. Not that it means diddly, because your race can change oh so quickly. And you have to drive over these things on the ground to obtain an item. And sometimes it wasn't working. I think it's still in beta or testing or whatever. But sometimes it did work. I'll get a rocket in first, which is completely useless to me, as there's no one in front of me. But I do get hit by a rocket, and you just get massively slowed down, and I get swamped already. For some reason I moved off the inside line, which was a big mistake, as that let through quite a few drivers there. But we're going to make it 4 wide up this ramp here. So the cool F1 was like this, wouldn't it? It just hurts the leader and you slow down massively. But you're going to see some interesting moves coming up here, I think. I think the person ahead of me here has been hit by a rocket, and we look to be plain sailing, and out of nowhere get hit in the side, get driven into, and absolutely everyone in Mitcham is right behind me here. And the leader just a little bit further ahead, but I send a rocket over that way, gets hit, and he's absolutely bogging up that ramp, and then we take the lead back again. I think we managed to lead for like a couple of laps, but I think these game modes are like 12 minutes or so, and you just can't break away, you just can't do it. It's not designed for you to be able to do that. And I've been done here, but out of nowhere comes the Monster Energy driver and drove into the wall. I mean, this is great entertainment. And not sure if TeamSport will be too happy with their karts being driven into the wall like this, but it did provide for a very fun experience. But it is at low speeds after all. It's not exactly going to break the kart, at least you'd hope not. No, really good fun. But this driver ahead of us here really got away, try and grab onto him, pull us forward. Again, out of nowhere, driver absolutely shat me up, appeared out of nowhere. And yeah, we're just not making any grounds on the leader. This leader's about to get a really big lead as the battling continues. This driver does me around the outside, and people still tell me being light is quicker. Well, have you just seen the difference up the ramp there? And we are catching lead a little bit here, but this was great fun, I can't lie. I can really see the appeal for this sort of game mode for people that you know. Could you imagine a BIKC with combat karts? I mean, I couldn't think of anything more crazy. Here comes this TeamSport Billy again, making moves, and we're going to capitalise on everyone here and get through. But you can see how far the leader's getting away now. It's just getting a bit crazy. Got a bomb here, and it doesn't seem to want to use the item, and I was distracted by my screen and just let the whole of let everybody in. Look at this, it's just absolutely manic. The leader's got about a 15-second gap now, obviously a little bit exaggerated, but driving on the ground, trying to get some more items, and this TeamSport driver giving more space than your average TeamSport customer would. And as you can see, coming towards the end of this now, finished 5th. So it just shows that it doesn't matter what skill level you are, you really are never guaranteed any sort of position. But I had a load of fun at this track. Thank you very much, TeamSport, for letting me take part and doing this. I'll definitely be back. I think these Sodi electric cars are good fun. Indoors not for everybody, electric's not for everybody, but I can definitely see the appeal to this combination, there's no doubt. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Try and get some more content soon. I know I lack sometimes, but we look to change that. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you soon.